Hello and welcome to glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. And you have to have, I found, when it comes to parenting young children, you've got to have a great ability to multitask. This is what Jacinda Ardern's been talking about as she comes back to work. We had her on a video yesterday saying, "Hey, coming back in a week's time, I'll be back." And then she sort of panned across, and it's a bit blurry, but you can just sort of see a bassinet scenario which she was rocking with her feet while she was addressing the country in this rather blurry, low definition scenario there. She needs to get herself some real Samsung technology, I think, behind that. Anyway, it puts me in mind when my monsters were babies and we used to rock them under the table in their little capsules with your feet. It'd be when people come around for a few drinks and you might be playing a heated game of Trivial Pursuits or Pictionary or something like that. And sometimes the rocking could get quite violent, probably, because you're not really concentrating on that as much as... I'm sure she's better at the multitasking than I was, perhaps, and perhaps will do the baby a little bit less damage. They seem to be all right now after all that rocking, to be honest. I see the Queen is apparently selling a rare vintage Rolls Royce, which was built in celebration of Rolls Royce's Golden Jubilee. It was used by the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh in the late 1950s. It's a 1953 Rolls Royce Phantom 4 State Landaulet. There was only 18 made. That's it there. So I'm sure people will be queuing up to buy that. Although I was also sure that people will be queuing up to buy my top loader Fisher and Paykel washing machine that's only 3 years old because I'm moving house and I have to get a front loader. But I've only got 4 people who put that on their watch list on Trade Me. So I don't know what's gone wrong there. Managed to flick my old vacuum cleaner and an old sewing machine for $25 each on the side of the road yesterday, so that's alright. Not sure whether the Queen's going to stand at the side of the road outside Buckingham Palace to flick that, but maybe she is. We've got some interesting dog news here. It's quite a short story, this one. That's just the 2 lines. A drug-sniffing police dog in Colombia is so good at the job, there's now a bounty on its head. The German Shepherd has sniffed out more than 9 tons of cocaine, leading to more than 200 arrests. I'm just thinking that if you're a dog and you've sniffed more than 9 tons of cocaine, the chances of getting that dog to sit for any length of time are pretty low. License to tell dad jokes, as we've already covered 2 licenses. And finally, a news story, which is definitely not a news story. It starts promisingly. A child balancing on a sheep and a teenager spinning a basketball. Not quite so interesting. But then wait. Now adorn a container in central Hastings. The container is being used to store chairs and tables, which are now a feature in the Hastings Central Mall. So there's a container in the mall, and there's... So I thought, I've got to see this. It must be some amazing Banksy-style art. But then it turned out that they appear to be just cardboard cutouts. And also, I'm really hoping that they didn't actually stand on it. How many sheep were harmed in the making of this art? The 10-foot container is being placed in a nearby car park. It certainly sounds like excitement has reached fever pitch in Hastings. Like I say, I am glennzb. Just beware. Sometimes news is not news, as President Trump often tells us. I am glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. I'll see you back here again tomorrow. Keeping it real.